Hi. Today, finishing off Yud Ches Amud Beis, we learned the fundamentals of Tumah and the source for everything we know about Tumas Oichlin and Tumas Mashkin. And it's fascinating that it's all based on one pasuk that discusses something that fell into a Kli Cheres that became Tamei from a Sheretz. So a Kli Cheres that became a Rishon because a Sheretz was suspended in its airspace will be metama, food inside it and mashke inside it, that we learned from this pasuk in Vayikra Yud Aleph. Pasuk Lamed Aleph. It says, Mikol oichel asher ye'ochel asher yavi olav mayim yitma v'chol mashke asher yishase v'chol kli yitma. And it's those two yitmas that are the source of everything. We learned that Rabbi Akiva learns that yitma, we darshan yitameh, so therefore mashkin and oichlin will be metama something else that touches it, which would mean it would make a shlishi l'tumah. It also proves that a mashkan and noichel can make something else tamei. And we had the diak from the fact that it says yitma instead of yitamei, that they cannot be matama their own kind. So a maichel can only be matama mashka, and a mashka can only be matama an oichel. We also learned how you know that neither of these would be able to be matama kalim. So that's the first yesod that we learned today, which really clarifies all of the sources for Tumas Mashkin. Then the Gemara said that Rabbi Yossi cannot agree to this limud of Yitma Yitame that Rabbi Akiva holds of, his Rebbe, because Rabbi Yossi made a kavah chomer to extend Tumah, whatever Tumah you find by Chulin that we find in the Torah, we're going to extend it one level for Truma and two levels for Kachim. And his kavah chomer was Ma Mechusar Kapurim Shemuta B'Truma. It's possible for Kodesh. A Mechusar Kapurim who's allowed to eat Truma, if he touches Kodesh, he'll passel it. So a Shlishi, which passels Truma, should surely make a Revi by Kodesh. Now, based on the fact that Rabbi Yossi holds that you can extend whatever Tumah we find in the Torah for a Deraisa by Chulin, we can extend it one level for Truma and two levels for Kachim. If you hold like Rabbi Akiva that you have a Shlishi by Chulin, that would make a Revi b'Truma and the Chamishi b'Kodesh, which we know is not true, and that proves that Rabbi Yossi cannot agree with Rabbi Akiva. So Rabbi Yossi himself holds that Mashkin will not be able to be Matama Midaraisa. Now, the Gemara also said that Rabbi Akiva cannot hold like Rabbi Yossi, because if Rabbi Akiva would hold like Rabbi Yossi, he would also have to extend Tumas Kachim to Chamishi L'Tumah. And we know that he doesn't hold like that because the Gemara quoted a brisa that specifically says that Rabbi Akiva holds that the lowest level of Tumah by Kachim is only a Revi, and the lowest level of Tumah for Truma is only a Shlishi, so he cannot hold of the kavah chomer of Rabbi Yossi. When the Gemara brought down this brisa to illustrate Rabbi Akiva's limitation in Tumah, it happens to be discussing another chiddush, that when you have Kachim and you have a big tray that's holding a lot of food, we look at all the food in the tray as if it's one item. So if someone who's tummy touches one end of the tray, or the food in one end of the tray, it's going to make all the food in that tray tummy, because the tray makes everything into one for the purposes of kachim. Rabbi Akiva says that's the Rabbanon, and the Gemara quoted Rab Chanan, who said that it was Deiraisa, and we learned it out of the pasuk of Kaf Achas Asar Azov Malaya K'tayris Kol Masha B'Kaf Achas. And then we started a brisa, which we're going to elaborate upon tomorrow, that discusses a needle that was found in meat that you're butchering in the Beis HaMikdash. The meat will become tomei because of this needle, but your knife that might have come in contact with that needle, or your hands that might have come in contact with the needle, will not be tomei, and the Gemara is going to analyze why this is. And we will see that tomorrow. Be'ezus Hashem Yisparach. Have a wonderful day.